Hello friends, welcome to my video. Today let's talk about some of the habits that we can change to get rich. I know many people must have already told you to cut down on some of your spending habits like eating out less partying, cutting on shopping, etc., etc. But I say it's bullshit. You heard it right. I say it's bullshit because here we are not in the business of saving money. The problem here is not about spending. We only have one life here. We have to make most use of it. खुशियां पाने की जरिए सिर्फ पैसा हो नहीं सकता. This is what one of the मशहूर शायर लता हयाजी said. We need some masti in life, right? So we need to do balancing act here. While we are getting rich, we also need to bring in happiness into the family. How can we bring in happiness into the family? You need to love your spouse, especially if you are a man. You need to love your wife, respect her. Here we are not planning on getting rich by becoming miser, but wiser. So here are a few habits that we have to change to get rich. Number one, you have to pay yourself first. This means you take a certain percentage of money from your income, monthly income, and keep it aside. And what do you do with that money that you kept aside? Maybe you can buy a car, maybe a new motorbike, maybe a stylish watch, or maybe an Armani suit. Because you've been working so hard for so long, and I'm pretty sure that you need to gift yourself such a nice item, right? Then you're paying everybody else, not yourself. You're helping those vendors get rich. You're not getting rich. Then what it means to pay yourself first? That means whatever percentage of your income you took out and kept it aside, you have to invest in any asset that can give you returns in a very long period of time, maybe like 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, etc. Whatever returns you're going to get out of that, I would suggest you to reinvest, not necessarily in the same asset, maybe a different asset, but that should also generate some income for you, periodical income, maybe once in a month or once in 3 months, something like that. This way you can actually use the compounding benefits. The second habit is networking, which is nothing but public relations. Your network helps you build your net worth. What does that mean? I would suggest you to hang out with people who are more successful than you. You can learn a lot from them. Some of them can even actually mentor you. You can learn trade secrets from them. You can learn how they behave, how they close the deals if they are in business. While just by hanging with them, just in a regular chit chat, they might even talk about some new proposals, maybe of new opportunities of new business, something like that. You'll at least get an opportunity to have the information and grab that opportunity. You can join them if they're willing to take you as a partner or an associate. So associating with the people who are much successful than you is most important. When you take an average, let's say you're hanging out with 8 or 10 successful people, and I would suggest that you should be the lesser among them so that you can learn a lot from them. This doesn't mean that you should ignore your old friends or old relationships. You should keep them up. Periodically, you should be talking to them. You should be in touch with everybody. Networking means you're actually networking with everybody. Rich people actually, they care and they nurture their relationships. They call up, they talk to their network, their friends, their associates every once in a while. They wish on their birthdays, they just simply don't put a social media message wishing happy birthday. They call them out. Third habit is invest in yourself. Oh my gosh, what do you mean by invest in myself? That means you need to eat healthy food. You need to supply nutritious food to your brain so that your brain can help you be active all through the day and make some crisp decisions. Wake up early, no matter what time you go to bed. Have a morning routine. Do a physical exercise for maybe 20-30 minutes. I'm not asking you to do this just because you can get fit. I'm asking you to prepare both your mind and body to take on whatever challenges that they might throw at you. You're basically preparing your body, your mind, to be prepared for the day. You're telling them, gear up. We have to take the challenges, whatever they're throwing at us today. Develop a reading habit if you don't have already one. Reading will help you a lot. That actually gives you new thoughts. Habit number 4. Rich people spend their money on buying assets. Poor people spend their money on paying off their liabilities and debts. What does this mean? When rich people or disciplined people who try to invest, they spend their surplus money on buying assets. Either it could be real estate, stocks, gold, whatever, but they look out to buy an asset that can actually appreciate in value in the future. But most of us, what we do is, let's say, unexpectedly, we get some money, we get some bonus at work. We try to put down as a down payment, and then, remaining amount, you try to take a loan to buy a 75-inch TV. Basically, rich people, they invested that money into an asset and they're generating more income on that. On the other side, we are paying interest for next 1 year or 2 years. This is the difference between wealth creating and wealth destroying. So my advice is, until you earn a decent nest egg, I would like you to invest in assets, not buying items on the loan. If you really want to buy those items and if they are really essential for you, then, at least try to put down 50% as down payment, or wait until you earn that income and then spend. Do not spend money before you earn it. Habit number 5. Put your money to work. What does that mean? The money you earn and invest in any asset, that asset should work for you even while you are sleeping. That means you shouldn't be putting any effort to grow that asset, to grow the value of that asset. It should automatically happen. Let's say if you invest in blue chip companies in stock market, like you buy, these are only examples. I'm not saying that I'm not advising or recommending these stocks either to buy or sell. But if you buy a Wipro or Infosys or Britannia or Hindustan Lever or such beautiful blue chip companies, and you hold it for 10-20 years, that will give you a decent return into your retirement. And to earn that additional benefit from those stocks, you actually do nothing. You just invested and you forgot about it, and then you are back to your normal routine. Similar case with the real estate. You buy a piece of plot, let's say in an urban area. You don't have to do anything. As time flies, the value of the asset also grows. Same thing if you invest in gold. Gold price, of course, fluctuate a little bit, and last 10 years you didn't see much of appreciation in gold, but still, that's an asset that you can invest in. Always focus on getting paid on value, not on the time you invest. What does this mean? Always try to add value to your services or product to the marketplace. Let me give you an example. If you're an employee, have you ever seen anybody getting a big promotion who actually in their annual review get only meets expectations? Probably, basing on the company rules, they may get a promotion from team lead to maybe a manager. But if he has to become a director, you have to consistently get exceeds expectation review consistently, at least for a few years, not just 1 or 2 years, but maybe like 2, 3, 4 years, right? Similarly, if you're a business person, if you're selling a product to a customer, and if the customer does not understand your product, and if you just tell her, there's a label inside the package, and you open it up, you read, and then you fix it yourself, no, she will not refer any of her friends to you. But if you step out of your way and open the box and tell her, this is how you fix it, or this is how you use it, if she is satisfied, she will actually send 10 referrals to you. And those 10 people, if they are satisfied, they will send you 100 referrals. This way, actually, you are adding value either to your job or to your business. Always have a big picture in your mind. How I can add value. Upgrade your skills periodically. The next habit is, the things that you want to buy on sale should be assets, like maybe stocks, or maybe if the real estate prices fall, that's when you should buy. You should not constantly look out for buying products on sale, like on maybe on Amazon or Flipkart. I'm not saying it's wrong. There's nothing wrong in it. If a 75-inch TV, which will cost like 2 or 3 lakhs on Flipkart, and if you're getting it at 80-90,000, yeah, please go ahead and buy. But don't waste your time and energy on those trivial things, but instead put that time and energy in trying to find what assets are on sale. When you invest your money, in those assets at a discounted price, when they go up in value, you see a bump in your capital appreciation. That's how you build your net worth. That's how you become rich. But not buying items on sale on the internet or in the stores. The next habit is improve your communication skills. You should talk very politely, talk nicely. You won't get that overnight. You have to practice it. If need be, take some classes on public speaking, on improving communication skills, improve your vocabulary. Like I said, if you start your reading habit, you'll improve your vocabulary. You will improve your sentence framing skills. So communication, effectively communicating is very important, and no matter what kind of business you are in, whether you're an employee, whether you're a businessman, whatever you do for your living, you should be able to send your point across accurately, without any confusion, without any ambiguity. So that needs communication skills. Try to improve as much as possible. The last habit is just mind your business. Do not get into unnecessary controversies, either in business or at work if you're an employee. Focus on your job. Focus on what you have to do. Don't get distracted. Add value to whatever you're doing. That way you become expert and you become perfect. You'll be called as perfectionist. Do you know that most rich people, I would say almost all rich people, have one asset which is common? That's real estate. Every person who became rich, I'm not talking about people who inherited their wealth from their parents or grandparents, who are self-made billionaires. They all invested at one point of their lifetime into real estate. So never neglect your investment into real estate. That is one asset class that can create a humongous wealth. Finally, friends, be safe, be healthy, be happy. If you like this video, please like it, please share among your friends, and please subscribe. Thank you, and see you in my next video. Bye.